Hey, it's Tim here, coach of men who want more. My message to you today is face your fucking fears. Let's have a frank and brutal and honest discussion about fear and about your fears in particular and about mine too. I'm not going to shy away from this, and just because I do this work of mindset and motivation, does that mean I don't have fear? Of course fucking not. I have fear just like you. The difference is I move through those fears. I access more courage time and time again to break through my fears. And I know you do sometimes as well. But do you do it at the level that you know you want to be doing it at? Whatever your goals, dreams, aspirations, visions are in this world, whether it's in your business career, in your relationships, in your finance and money, in your health and body, whatever those goals are, if you aren't getting the results that you want, there's one thing that's holding you back. And it's not fear. It's your ability to break through that fear, to face those fucking fears every single day that you wake, to face those fears. Because if you're like me, your mind plays some tricks on you and you need some mindset strategies to be able to break through those, and then to go in the direction to face those fears, not be held back by those fears, not let them stop us. And there's only one way through it. It's accessing higher levels of courage. Let me explain what I mean by accessing higher levels of courage. Courage is just the ability to break through your fears time and time again. Great book if you haven't read it. It's a goodie. It's an oldie. Face Your Fears and Do It Anyway by Susan Jeffers. And unless you bring light to your fears consistently, regularly, they will hold you back. How does your fear show up? That's the first question I've got for you. Because it presents and shows up differently for everyone. In my case, self-doubt, overwhelm, frustration. They're my sort of three ways that my fear shows up most days on some level. Now, in this right now, and in the past few, I guess, years, I've learned to deal with that a lot better. You see, as a young kid, as a teenager, as a young man, I didn't have emotional intelligence. I wasn't taught that. It's not in our curriculum here in Australia. I don't think it's in your curriculum around the world. It's not a known part of curriculum is emotional intelligence. And I made a vow to myself at age 10 or 12, that I wouldn't cry, that was weakness, and I didn't want weakness, and emotion was weakness. So no crying. I didn't cry for about a decade until I gave my permission to understand my emotion better, that emotion wasn't bad, that it's there to serve us, and that crying or shedding a tear, even as a masculine man, is part and parcel of the emotional spectrum, that we're multi-dimensional beings, and that, hey, that's normal. Now, do I sit in the corner and cry all day long? Of course I don't, and I don't think you do either. But understanding emotional intelligence and understanding how fear plays a role in our lives is crucial. It's crucial if you want more motivation, if you want to progress day in, day out towards your goals, dreams, aspirations, visions in this world, to become a better person, a better man, a better father, just a better human fucking being. Dealing with our own shit, our fears, is part of it. And as long as you put your head in the sand and don't address your fears consistently, they will hold you back. So how do your fears show up? Is it self-doubt? Is it insecurity? Is it worry? Is it anxiety? Is it failure? Procrastination? Overwhelm? Overthinking? No matter whatever word you put to it, panic, worry, concern. Is it a consistent pattern in your life? That's what I want to call you bullshit on. That's why I'm calling this face your fucking fears, because you need to address them. When you address them, you can break through them. You can learn to dance with them. I like to say freedom is follow your fears, as this is where your freedom lies. So follow your fears. Rather than shy away from that insecurity within, rather than shy away from the self-doubt, the lack of belief, the stress, the worry, the frustration that plays out in your life just as it plays out in my life, I suggest you follow it. I suggest that you learn ways to break through it. And I'm going to give you a tool right now, because I don't want you just to be left hanging. Awareness is the first step of progress. So you need to be aware of what those fears are. So the first step, know how your fears present. Give them that label. They're doing it anyway. Maybe you just haven't labeled it, or you haven't noted what they actually are. Is it frustration, stress, pissed off, annoyed? However it shows up for you, overwhelm. Maybe it's just fear. You call it fear. I don't know what your terminology is, but name it, understand it, and then every day what I like to do, and which I'd suggest you do, is to write about it. So write it. Write, what are you afraid of? This is not weakness, this is strength. This is accessing high levels of courage to be able to break through those fears time and time and time again, if you address them daily. Every day. That's what I do. I sit there with my journal in the mornings, and I just ask myself, Tim, what are you afraid of? And some days, not much. I'm pretty blank. I'm not afraid of much at all. And other days, my self-doubt's got grip of me. I'm feeling overwhelmed with all the shit I have to do, I want to do, and I'm stressed out, or I'm frustrated about a certain person in my life, or why this thing isn't working. But I address it. Straight away, that disarms it, starts taking power away from it. That's what I suggest you do, to face your fucking fears. Enough of the bullshit putting your head in the sand. It doesn't help. I know you know that. And if you're committed to your growth, if you're committed to going to another level in your life, finding high levels of progress, then if you look deep down, I know that you know the same thing, that you need to be addressing your fears more regularly, because they're the only thing that's going to hold you back. And when you address them, you're going to access the courage to break through them. Antonio, thank you for jumping on. Gabrielle, nice to see you from Texas. Haven't been to Texas, I'd love to get there. Hajinal, Lucy, thank you for joining, guys. Chris and Evan also, thank you for being here live with me. Appreciate your support here live. It's always fun when there's some great peeps like yourselves on listening to this message. And if you've got anything to add, please comment below. Talking about if you're on the replay also, I really appreciate that. Fucking face your fears. It's not that scary. And it's like a muscle. The more you get to the gym, the more you work out, the better you get at it. It doesn't always get easier because you progress your workouts, but the better it gets, the better you get, the better you feel for it, because you created that habit. So the same thing is with facing your fears. The more you do it each and every day, the better you get at it, and then you start calling bullshit here, there, and everywhere. So that's my suggestion for you. I'm going to leave you here right now. Hey, Christy, thanks for jumping on late. Much gratitude to you all. Face your fucking fears today. That's my question. That's my challenge to you. I know you can do it. And again, much gratitude. Please like, share this video, comment below. And until we meet again, until I jump on and see you and appreciate your support, it's your time to step into your strength and be the best man you can be.